Peace, family. My name is Michael Jordan, aka the Sirius Alchemist, back with another video. I just wanted to come on here today live because I've been getting a lot of questions about people having problems with getting the magic to work for them, and I'm getting a lot of questions on like, Mike, man, I'm busting my ass every day, man, and you talking about this magic and getting this magic working and all this and that. He's like, man, I'm busting my ass every day, bro. What's up? So after getting all the questions, I decided to come on here and do a live today and try to answer some of these questions and try to get people to understand how this magic is going to work and how to get this magic to work for you. Um, I've already done a book review on The Magician, which is one book you must have in order to understand magic. Because, like I said, the rest of that stuff out there don't really work. You feel me? So, yeah. The first book you need is The Magician by Philip Cooper. Once you understand the contents of that book, then you can go into other books. And in that book, it does have, in the book The Magician, it does have rituals in there to get you started with rituals. But this book right here by Donald Tyson, I think it's Donald Tyson. Yeah, this book here by Donald Tyson, Ritual Magic, is really going to get you familiar with magic. It's going to teach you how to set up rituals, you know what I'm saying? Because actually you are the ritual. You know what I'm saying? You are the ritual. But this book will help you get familiar with what rituals are. And pretty much rituals are stuff you do every day. Brushing your teeth is a ritual. Combing your hair is a ritual. Something that you do consistently. You know what I mean? So you can get your subconscious mind to catch on and create reality that you want for yourself. So this book is real good, family, to have if you want to understand magic and you want to get this magic to work for you. So I'm going to read something from the back of this book real quick like I always do, family. Y'all know how I always do. It says, more ancient and unchanging than the pyramids, it is forever new, adopting effortlessly to need or circumstance. Men and women have practiced it for thousands of years, despite the severe repression of sovereigns and priests. Magic, it is mere myth and delusion, or can it truly move mountains and make the dead speak? Bring rains from a clear sky and calm the seas. Turn the outcome of great battles. How can magic be used to improve your life? Donald Tyson answers these and many other questions in a clear and direct manner. And it goes on to say, explore the roots of magic, its complete history, get answers to questions asked by those approaching magic for the first time, learn what magic can do, what it can do for you, discover how magic works, sort out the similarities and differences among different magical paths like the Golden Dawn, the Lima, Wicca, Druidism, Shamanism, Voodoo, and the left hand paths. Receive complete instructions for rituals to awaken magical awareness and to accomplish a will purpose. You know what I'm saying? Because what I consider high magic is something that when you're doing magic to improve yourself, like to get more confidence in yourself or to become more courageous, you know what I'm saying, or to get more courageous, things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? That's what I call high magic, or to get to know the soul. You know what I'm saying? Doing rituals so you can get to know thyself for that reason. But doing rituals for like material gain and stuff like that, that's what I consider lesser magic or low magic. Not saying consider it bad, you know what I'm saying? Because we all have desires, that we want to achieve in life. So I'm not saying that low magic would be considered bad. I'm just categorizing it. Like I said, higher magic would be considered something that you're doing to improve your well-being, your state of mind, or say you want to get rid of something like jealousy or competition spirit you may have, or whatever, something like that. That's high level magic when you use it to get rid of things to better yourself. This book is really, really good for that. This book is really, really good for that. And let's see, what else did I want to share in this book? I think it was something else. And right here, it says in chapter 7 on page 87, I want to read this real quick because I think this is important for those now coming into magic, and they see the glitz and the glam, and they see all the results, but they don't see the work that was put in. They don't see that. All they see is the result. So, um, you know, so I want to read this on page 87, explain why magic is important in your life. And it says, everyone is searching for the meaning of life, not so much life in general, but of their own life. They want to know why they exist and why they are supposed to do with existence. They want to feel productive and fulfilled. Most of all, they want to be happy. To live in a modern city is to be trapped in a great machine, whirled round by cogs and gears, shunted from place to place in repetitious patterns. The machine allows only one option to the poor human rats racing madly inside its works. Either they get into step with the gears and push rods, or they're ground into hamburger. The machine has no tolerance for pity, no allowance for aberration. Those who succumb to the remorseless song of steel become slaves, not to other men, but to the cold, calculating God of contemporary society, a God I have Christian mechanos, whose only criterion is efficiency. Those who opt out of the system or who cannot manage to march in step with this mechanism are destroyed. For a while, they may enjoy frolicking between assembly lines while their more timid peers toil away, but sooner or later their feet slip, and like Charlie Chaplin in modern times, they are consumed by social process. They end up in prisons, in mental hospitals, or coffins. So magic is a hidden door that leads out of the machine. It is not a portal to another physical place because the machine is a state of mind and no one can ever escape from him or herself. It opens on a new awareness of the world where dreams can happen and where human actions have meaning. It opens on hope and purpose. Through ritual magic, the world can be changed by changing the fundamental nature of the self and the relation of the self to the world. So I said that all that to say, family, that anything is possible with magic. Even without magic, anything is possible. But with magic, it makes it even more possible. You see what I'm saying? It makes it even more possible. So this book right here is a must-have in your library. If you're new to magic and you really not sure, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I've been getting a lot of questions from my subscribers, and they've been asking about this magic. And Mike, man, like I bust my ass every day, bro. I'm going to work, bust my ass every day. How is this magic real, bro? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, bro, I get it. I used to bust my ass too. But I don't bust my ass no more. Now I don't chase. I don't chase no more. I attract. So that's what I'm trying to teach, how to attract what you want. And that's what magic does. That's what magic does. This book, Ritual Magic. And like I said in the beginning, you need that book, The Magician by Philip Cooper. Because this video is a part 2 to that video, The Magician, to help people understand magic, what it is and how it works. And if you want to get this magic to work for you, you have to give honor and understand the position of the divine feminine. You know what I'm saying? You just have to. So this is one book is a must-have if you really want to understand the magical aspects of magic. This is called Ritual Magic by Donald Tyson. This is one book you need to have in your library. Another book you need to have in your library is Magical Ritual Methods by William Gray. Now, this is an excellent piece right here. This piece right here is excellent. As you can see, I got tabs out here. I've been all in this book. You know what I'm saying? So the purpose for this video is to let people know magic is real, family. And, even though you might be on a job, working hard, and there ain't nothing wrong with working hard, but you don't have to. You really don't have to. You can attract whatever you want to you. You can attract it to you, family. Trust me. I've done it and I continue to do it. But this book right here, Magical Ritual Methods, is going to teach you how to put together rituals mentally, physically, but most importantly, mentally. Because that's where I find a lot of people fall short at in the mental parts. Because like I said, you are the ritual. You, the human being, you are the ritual. You know what I'm saying? So once you figure that out, you can start creating your own rituals. And the rituals you create is the most powerful shit out there. The rituals that come out your own mind. That's the most powerful shit out there. But these books, right? They give you ideas. They give you exercises, practices to be consistent with your magical work. So when you do get ready to start doing magic, you got a real good understanding, because never do something without knowing why you're doing it. Never say something without knowing why you're saying it. You know what I'm saying? Everything has its reason. You know what I'm saying? Everything has its purpose. You feel me? Um, yeah, when you're doing magic and you need confidence, you got to have confidence in yourself. You got to have a magical mindset. You have to make sure you want to shower up. You want to be clean. You might want to wear a nice robe. We'll get you a nice robe to put on just to kind of feel the part, to feel to feel the role. Because the most important thing in doing magic is your imagination. That's the most important part is your imagination. And thankfully for me, I got a real strong imagination. I got a real strong imagination. And I found that out when I was in sixth grade. I was reading this book called I think it was called The Learning Tree, and it was something about slavery down south, and this little boy was dealing with a lot of racism in the south. And as I was reading the book, I was visualizing it. I was visualizing the whole, and I was just amazed and reading it. And you know what I'm saying? I've just been amazed by reading ever since. But I'm gonna show you a little something from this book, and this is called the circle cross. And this is something that you have to use in magic. You have to understand. I want to get that on the screen so everybody can see that. That's called the circle cross, and that's you use that in magic. You know what I'm saying? And if you're familiar with that, you'll know what I mean. If you're not familiar with it, get the book and it'll explain it. You know what I'm saying? Get the book. William G. Gray, Magical Ritual, tongue tied. Magical Ritual Methods. You feel me? And I'm gonna read something from here about this uh, magic circle cross, or it could be called the event wheel. It's called different things in different circles or different traditions, but for now we're gonna call it the circle cross. And it says, now we must give the time wheel a value and the event wheel a name. Suppose we say 5 minutes for the time and the rod symbol for the event. This means living exclusively with the rod for 5 minutes, during which we will first meet it objectively, then identify with it, next express it in some way, and finally reflect about it. This exact order of procedure is of the greatest importance and must be kept to. Whatever forms are used, we might, for example, spend the time in first visualizing the symbol, then reading about it, next writing it, and finally thinking about it. So long as the sequence of the event is in harmony with its fourfold cycle of being. Like, and what they mean by the fourfold cycle of being, like that circle crosses in four spaces, right? So we got air, fire, water, earth, right? Then we got morning, noon, evening, night. So you know what I'm saying? Then we got yellow, red. You know what I'm saying? It goes according to color. You feel me? So that's how you really have to understand this stuff to get the magic to work for you. That's why I'm coming on here today, because like I said, I had a brother ask me the other day, was like, damn, Mike, man, bro, I be working my ass off, bro. And you be talking about this magic stuff, bro. And like, bro, I'm busting my ass every day. I said, bro. And this is how I answered him. I said, bro, I used to bust my ass every day too. You feel me? But I started getting into this magic and I started creating my own reality. I started to understand that our reality is right between these two eyes right here. Your reality is right between your two eyes. You just got to recognize that. And magic helps you to understand that. It helps you realize, it helps you to create that. But first of all, you have to understand magic and what it is. Because a lot of us grew up watching TV and thinking magic is some hocus pocus. You know what I'm saying? That's just illusionary magic tricks. I'm talking about real de jure magic coming up out of your own mind. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about showing yourself the power of your own mind. I ain't talking about no magic tricks. I ain't talking about none of that crap. I'm talking about real de jure magic. So this book right here, you got to get this book, family. Magical Ritual Methods. It's going to show you how to put rituals together. It's going to show you the power within your own mind. And then I got another book over here I want to show y'all, which is really good to understand magic. It's called The New Magus. It's called The New Magus. Ritual Magic as a Personal Process. And the author of this book is Donald Michael Craig. Donald Michael Craig. And it's the new MAGUS, Ritual Magic as a Personal Process. Now, this book here is one of my favorites because when I started reading this book is when I really started to understand how powerful my mind really was and how powerful my thoughts really was. And I'm trying to show people that your thoughts are so powerful. That's why you got to watch your thoughts. You got to watch. Sometimes, have you ever been like just chilling somewhere and this thought just popped up out of nowhere and you was like, damn, where the hell that thought come from? You know what I'm saying? Thought forms are floating around all the time, and sometimes we can pick up on other people's thought form. So what you got to learn how to do is learn anytime you get a negative thought form in your mind, you got to learn how to replace that with a positive one. You feel me? You got to learn how to replace that with a positive one. You definitely got to learn how to replace. I've been doing this so long that if a negative thought pops up in my mind automatically replaces it with a positive thought immediately. That I don't give that negative thought a chance to even breathe. I just don't. I don't give it no chance because what you focus on grows and grows and grows and grows and grows, right? So if you start focus on, like a lot of times I'd be sitting around, I'll tell myself, damn, I'm healthy as hell. Damn, I'm wealthy as hell. Damn, money just comes to me in chunks. I say that to myself all during the day. And start trying that too, fam. That's magic. Just start telling and then imagining and then feeling like it's and feeling and put the feeling with it too. Because it's all the feeling, the thoughts, and as you speak, it's very powerful. Your thoughts, your words are very powerful because it tells you in the Bible, the word became flesh, right? If the word can become flesh, imagine we already know what it can do if it can become flesh. So, family, this book right here by Donald Michael Craig, the new MAGUS, Ritual Magic as a Personal Process, it'll help you create whatever life you want for yourself. Whatever life you want for yourself. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to come on here real quick, family, today, because I've been getting a lot of questions about this magic stuff, man. A lot of people starting to doubt it, you know, which is understandable. You know what I'm saying? You know, I tell people be skeptical about stuff. Don't never jump into nothing. You feel me? I tell them to be skeptical about this stuff. But when you read it and study it, that's a whole different ball game. These books hit different. When you start getting these books and you start reading and studying these books and you start applying this stuff, because people always say knowledge is power. No, knowledge is not power. Applied knowledge is power. You know what I'm saying? You can read this stuff all day. If you're not applying it, it ain't really doing nobody no good. Right? You got to get in this stuff and start applying it. When you start applying it, that's when you're going to see the magic start to work for you, family. That's when you really going to see the family start to work. See the magic start to work for you. So, yeah, go out and get these books, family. Go out and get these books because they're worth their weight in gold. And before I get out of here, I'm going to play this video by Bobby because Bobby can explain it like nobody else. You know what I'm saying? Bobby can explain it like nobody else can explain it. So I'm going to let Bobby do his thing. Let him explain magic like Bobby only can. And maybe you can get a little bit of understanding. But yeah, go get them books, family, that I just showed. And I'm going to play this video real quick.
The Temple of Solomon. Oh Lord, I am black and comely. The 72 Damians or the 72 demons that Solomon binds to do his bidding is the 72 chakras within inside of the pineal complex. There's 160 of these things. There's 72 within the pineal area. These are demons, Damians, hidden substance, alchemical substances, which is melanin. So Solomon binds the demons with his signet ring, which he binds the demons with his third eye. Now, there's magical text. There's the Goetia of King Solomon. You'll get it. Aleister Crowley's illustrated Goetia.
How you spell Goetia?
G-O, let's see, I think that's G-O, let me see how I spell Goetia. Did I put it in what you call it? G-O-A.
G-O-A-T-I-A.
Yeah, that's it. G-O-A-T-I-A. Aleister Crowley's hidden Goetia. The Goetias mean howlings. which is talking about harlots, howling. It's talking about these magical substance or these particular demons of the inner world. Now, listen. The Goetians, if you get Alistair Crowley's illustrated Goetia, which doesn't work for them, that's why they're selling it out here. But I'm going to show you how you're going to do it in a few minutes. And you just have the lineup of those Goetians and whatever little magical text they got in the back. All you have to do, because you are the gods, and you are the gods that's returned, only thing you got to do with any of these magical texts is somewhere within the magical text, whenever you get these books. Anybody got any books on magic? Yeah, all you got to do, the reason why that shit don't work, somewhere within the magical text, you got to go in and you got to create something that comes out of your head, which is, you are returned to God. So all you got to do is create something that comes out of your head and put it back with the magical text, and it automatically activates the shit. And only you can do it. You get what's coming here?
Yeah.
So in other words, you have to possess that which you profess to communicate.
No, this is what you got to do.
You have to possess it.
You have to possess it, but this is what you have to do.
If you say you're a magician, you have to have magic.
Right.
In order to make yourself efficient.
Efficient.
Or effective.
Effective.
So to be effective, you have to possess
Right.
that which you profess to communicate.
Communicate. That's
so
good.
If you're
That's
trying to communicate something to me, you got to have it. You got to have it yourself.
right. Now, one of the keys here is this. You're right. They say that if it didn't exist spiritually, you wouldn't be able to think about it. So, there's a whole thing that say never think that your thoughts are not real because you're the first that heard it. You're the first that came up with it. So what happened here is don't think that your shit is not valid because you're the first to come up with it. So in so many words, magically is this. You the God now, right? If ye are gods, then it means if you deal with these magical texts, you want to do some magic. All you got to do is to think up something out of your head and fuse it in with these texts, and you reactivate it, because what's coming out of your head is the now and the new. And it is the ongoing legacy of these texts that you are bringing back in this particular time. You see what's coming on here?
Yeah. Ideas have energy.
Ideas have energy.
Produce an idea. Even if
Right.
it's like I want to get a car. You have to think about it first.
Yeah.
Then it manifests itself into something physical.
Right.
Even if you say I'm gonna whip somebody's ass,
Right.
it's a thought, and then it manifests itself into an ass whipping sometimes.
Not only that, every building, everything out here that we see in this civilization had to start with what? An idea.
Right.
Oh, it's powerful.
Right.
Yeah.
So what's happening with this stuff is all dead. Number one, white folks can't do it because they are not. They don't have the ancestral, original genetic makeup of the original man. And most of them don't exist because they don't have souls. The difference between the original sons, they'll tell you that Oprah says celebrating the spirit. Well, everybody got a spirit. Not everybody got a soul. Why you?
All right, I'm going to stop it right there, y'all. I'm going to stop it right there. Come on back. Bobby was dropping in that video. So, yeah, I'm going to do a recap of these 3 books real quick because I got to get out of here. I got things to do today. I'm going to do a real recap of these 3 books that I showed today. First one was by Donald Tyson, Ritual Magic. You know what I'm saying? Rituals is, help you show you the power in your own mind, help you create the reality you want to create for yourself. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I do these book reviews, man, because I really don't want nobody following me nowhere. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather have researchers and studiers and stuff, you know? So this book right here, Ritual Magic by Donald Tyson, real good one, must have. You want to study it. And then Magical Ritual Methods by William Gray. It was a real good one if you really want to understand it. You want to really get down and get busy on your magic. So I want to start making some shit happen. And then The New Magus by Michael Craig, by Donald Michael Craig, excuse me. The New Magus. This excellent one too. You know what I'm saying? And this one is ritual magic as a personal process. So this one gets real personal. You know what I'm saying? It gives you a lot of exercises, gives you a lot of mental exercises. So it really shows you what magic is, what magic isn't. And it shows you how to really do magic. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about real magic. So again, my name is Michael Jordan, aka the Sirius Alchemist. If you'd like a reading from me, hit me up. My email's down in the description box. I do fire readings, I do tarot, I do astrology readings. So if you like a good reading, hit me up. And let's see, we got a guy back with the books. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm back with the books. Shout out to Jared Hooks. Peace, God. I thank you for stopping in and checking me out. Always coming with the books, guys. You know me. I always come with the books. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Again, my name is Michael Jordan, aka the Sirius Alchemist. Look for my podcast every Monday, 7:30. Me and my son, 8 Generals. You know what I'm saying? Every Monday, 7:30 Eastern time. You know what I'm saying? Look for us. So again, my name is Michael Jordan, aka the Sirius Alchemist. I'm out. Peace.